Hello and welcome to another week of building Kamino. This week, as I said before, I can't do over the pieces to finish out the water, so I'm going to start work on getting these little columns designs done. But for that, I need a very special order, not from Bricklink, not from eBay, but my very first order from Lego Bricks and Pieces.
Move it, troopers! On the double! Fire!
So here we have the little package. As you can see, I've redacted all the important information except for my name and I guess just United Kingdom. It's got the nice Lego logo and the sticker and everything. You can see here that it actually does come from Billund, Denmark. So that's very exciting. So I'm super hyped to get this open and see precisely what's inside. Been waiting a little bit for this order actually, so hopefully everything is as good as I hope it to be. First we've got a little invoice sheet. I'm going to double check that's okay to show you. Yep, if I just cover up that top bit. There, this is alright. Saying carefully hand picked all my Lego bricks. That's very nice of them. And all the stuff's down there, but I won't show you it there because I'll show you it properly in here. So this is the main order that I made. Reason that I made this order. There is 172 of these 2x2 bow pieces in dark bluish grey. Just because it was basically easier to get these in mass quantities than it would be through Bricklink, especially for the price I wanted to buy them at. So these will be pretty essential in putting together that those pillars. So I'm super excited for that. That's the main reason I made the order. But I also wanted to get a couple of little things through Bricks and Pieces that I haven't been able to get a hold of before. So let me just pour that out. You can see immediately that the main thing is that I finally own, as they're known, the thick separators, which I was always really intrigued by as soon as those mosaic sets came out. And I didn't want to buy a mosaic because they're not my kind of thing, really. I prefer making mocks, and those aren't mocks type thing whatsoever. But this is really awesome because you can get these off of Bricks and Pieces for like £1.30, which is to me pretty brilliant. And this, I think is it 6 this covers? 3, 4, might even be 8. But basically this covers a ton of little studs. So for when I'm taking this down eventually, this will be a godsend. So I'm super happy with that, because if you can just, using the wrong hand, but if I just connect them and pop them out, I can take 4 out at once. So that'll be super useful. Well, the other main thing is that I've got 50 of these 1x2 ingot pieces in light bluish grey, just for detail. They only cost 6p each, so it's pretty good going. I also got 4 of these little rounded little curved pieces. Just something that I'd never had before, and I think they were just an exclusive piece to one of an X-Wing that I didn't really want because it was a sequel trilogy and I didn't really like the colours of it. But yeah, no clue what I'm going to use it for, just a nice little rounded design. I'll find some. It actually looks quite good. It's maybe like a hollow table in a Star Wars mock. So that's probably what I'm going to end up using that for. Put that away. And then the last piece, if I didn't say before, I've got 50 of these boys. And last up, I've got just one of the Monkey Kid 2 long lightsaber handle pieces, just because I wanted one in dark bluish grey to use on a Darth Maul figure. So just that I've got that. And that's just about everything, I believe. And so it's just a short little haul, but basically I'd never ordered from Lego directly before, so this is pretty cool. And I think I definitely will do it again, like depending on the piece. Because their shipping rate's actually only £2, which is quite reasonable compared to a lot of Bricklink stores. But yeah, so basically this is my haul. And now I'm going to directly go straight into using these for some pillars. Okay, so this looks a little bit out of the ordinary just now, because this isn't how it's actually going to turn out. But as you can see, I've got a bunch of these similar looking segments. Basically, I believe I have 16 individual copies of these type of shapes. Yeah, they come in different parts because I didn't have the right plates in the back. But basically, I'm gonna have 4 of these around each of these podiums to make up my, I guess, columns to take it to basically raise it above the water level. And that's what all of these curved things were for. I've only got this much left in the bag. So I've just gone for a fairly simple design, as you can see, what I showed you before. I did realise when I was building all of these, I didn't quite have enough of the jumpers. I'm missing 4 2x2 dark bluish grey jumpers. I'll just probably throw those into a Bricklink order. It'll be quite simple to do, I guess. And for the time being, I'll just face it away, probably towards the back, so you can't see it just now. But I will fix that definitely before Kamino's done. But I've got tons of time before that's an urgent issue. So now I need to find a way to attach them to the pillars themselves. Okay, so we start from these little podiums, and I now need to build up a central structure with tons of snot bricks inside to then build on top of to create the columns. Okay, so I've now put together this general structure, which will be placed here, and I will then take my panels of, I guess, to make it look more detailed, to just stick this on, and that should make a good design when I go around all 4 sides. So let's have a look at one of those completed. And boom, if I spin that around for you, you can see that that's the 4 sides all attached to the column that I've created. The column itself is a pretty simple design, just through building up very solidly with bricks, because these need to stay really strong in order to hold the weight of the main temple area. So my plan is just to do bricks on bricks on bricks to make it a meaty little structure, and then just pin these on the sides so they still look good. And I'm really happy with how these have turned out. You do need to make sure that you have got them on right, otherwise you can see like the colour down the sides, and I don't think you can see the colour that much. So I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out. So then I just place it in there, and now I just need 4 more to complete this little area. It's already looking pretty good. Okay, so have a look at that. As you can see, I have installed all 4 of the podiums, and they look pretty sexy, if I do say so myself. Yeah, really happy with how they came out. I know, like, they're mainly not going to be seen that much, but just that we all know, who were here in the early days, know that there is detail on these as well. But anyway, moving up, we have the foundations, I guess, for the main platform of the hangar bay. And it's mainly done out of Technic, hopefully to make it as strong as possible, even though this little bit is, this middle bit is a little bit wobbly. But I should hopefully fix that by doing plates on the top and the bottom of it. But this is just to give it a strong center. These sections will just be filled with bricks to, again, strengthen it. So hopefully this won't sag in the middle, because all these 4 corners are really tight. So yeah, that's pretty good going. Now it's time to basically plate this whole thing up. Okay, so a quick little update. I pulled the thing off of the things. I pulled the platform off of the podiums. And basically, I'm working to just get this underside nice and filled. And in case it doesn't show that well on the other side, I just want to show that I do have a layer of angled bricks all around the outside of this, which will be pretty cool. So So now I need to fill this in and sort out the bottom of it, and I will show you it when that's done. Boom! There we have it. I have successfully planted my basically this is going to create my hangar bay when it's done. I've successfully planted it on the pillars. This was accomplished basically by, if I pull this off, as you can see, it's a nice big strong old thing, held down on all sides with tons of technique going in and whatnot under here. As you can see, I don't know where that plate's gone, but I've created 4 like basically indents in the plate in the big platform that go around these 4 sets of tiles, basically to hold it in, and that way I don't need to actually physically build this platform on top of here in case I push too hard and I snap off one of these and it all comes crashing down. What I can do instead is just build it right on here, and then when it's all done, then lift it up and place it on. I think that'll be far much easier and it'll lead to far much less disaster. So I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. I have, however, noticed a couple of problems that I've come across when basically creating this platform, and that's almost entirely to do with the size of it. Not just the size, I would like it to be maybe just a little bit taller than it currently is, but basically the amount of money I spent getting these things from Pick-a-Brick means I never want to buy another one of that piece again in my entire life than the 200 I have on currently. So I'm just probably just going to leave it at this height, and the height isn't really the most important part because the water, you can see there is a distinction in height. The main thing though is the size of it in comparison to the rest of the mock. It kind of takes over almost the entire thing, and the platforms that I want, I'm still not sure how many I'm gonna have. I want at least 2, like here and maybe here, but I don't know what I'm gonna have going over in that direction. And then also I also think this platform is simultaneously too small, so it's both too big and too small at the same time. Basically because of like the different corridors I want to create. I want to have a corridor going down this side, a corridor going down this side, a corridor going along the back, and then still have enough, like a different alley going across the front, and then still enough room in this hangar bay to fit a couple of ships. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on here, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to quite fit it all. The obvious option would be expanding the mock, as in expanding this, which would mean then expanding that, but even less than I want to buy more of these. I cannot stand to buy any more of this. I know that I will need to buy more to finish this section, but once this is done, I just want it to be all done. This shouldn't be more than, to think, my last Pick-a-Brick, I got 2 large Pick-a-Brick cups last time, which filled this blue base plate and then this bit as well. Basically that plate and that plate, all of those were through 2 cups. So I'm thinking maybe 1 should fill this, or maybe 1.5 it will fill this. But because I really don't want to use any more. Because I've got a set amount that I want to spend on Kamino, and I'd rather spend it on cool figures and more interesting pieces than literally 7,000 of these cheeky 1x1 translate blue bricks. Before it's just, I really wish I could have done it in those 1x2 tiles, but this is technically the cheaper way, but you know. Anyway, so yeah, but I think I'm currently just going to keep it as it is, because I'm quite happy with how it looks. Because it doesn't look completely square, but it does look a little bit square, which is basically how I want it to be, because I do want it to be quite long for basically the scene which I'm going to have in here, which will be Havoc's death in this bit, as you've seen, is going to have the scene with Blitz, and then either in the back or down this side we'll have Colt's scene, and then I still don't know if I'm going to fit in Fives, Echo, Cody, Rex, 99 and all the trainees. I don't know if I'm going to fit that in, or if so, where. I'm thinking less and less towards that, but who knows currently. But that'll just about wrap it up for this episode. I think I've got a lot of progress done, even though it looks a little bit bland at the minute. That's what next week will be about, basically just improving how this looks. Or I might not start with this, I might move on to maybe some of the platforms just to see how they look in comparison to scale to this. In fact, that's what I will do. Sorry. In fact, that is what I will do. I'll make some of these just to see how they scale to this, and if I think I need to start changing around the size of things. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, like the video, that's what the like button's there for. Comment what you think of how this platform looks. I think it looks pretty spiffy. And give me any comments or improvements. If you think I should expand the mod, I really don't want to. But if everyone says do it, then I'll consider it. But I really don't want to. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I almost forgot to say, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next week's episode, and you see exactly where this mock goes. As I think I'm making great progress for the amount of weeks I've done on it so far. Thank you so much for watching, and bye!